Feared and infamous, James Whitey Bulger left a trail of devastation during his reign over Boston's underworld. Today we dive into the stories of his alleged victims, lives lost in the shadow of one of America's most notorious mobsters. James Jimmy O'Toole was born in Dorchester, Boston, to first-generation Irish immigrants from County Cork, Ireland. He was a close friend of the leader of the Winter Hill Gang of Somerville, Massachusetts, James "Buddy" McLean. Edward George Connors was born in Sharon, Massachusetts, but raised in the Old Colony housing development at 265 East 9th in South Boston, one of the Boston Housing Authority's oldest housing developments. After Spike O'Toole's gangland murder, Connors openly discussed his role in orchestrating the O'Toole murder with associates and patrons of his saloons in 1975. He also had been arrested in the commission of a botched armed robbery. Thomas King was a gangster who had killed a friend of Mr. Bulger's and became a hated rival. After an elaborate ruse to get him into a car with Mr. Bulger and others, he was shot in the back of the head and his body was buried in a marsh. Deborah was the girlfriend of reputed mobster Stephen the Rifleman Flemmy, who, along with Winter Hill gang leader James Whitey Bulger, was charged with being involved in 21 murders. Both men worked as FBI informants for decades, while they allegedly carried on an organized crime enterprise. Federal prosecutors say Bulger and Flemmy killed Davis after determining she posed a threat to their organization. She also had been on the verge of ending her relationship with Flemmy, her family said. Allegedly, Deborah had been strangled by Whitey Bulger with his bare hands. The former president of World, Jai Alai. Though there was no proof that Mr. Callahan was an FBI informant, he was thought to be weak, and there was a fear that he would implicate Mr. Bulger in Mr. Wheeler's death. He was shot twice in the back of his head.